Hello, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. Overdressed Avenue X, making a video talking about dramas that I don't quite care about. Up to this point, just about the end of the first quarter of 2022. With all the videos I've made, talking about specific dramas, there are also other dramas I've actually spent time watching and don't feel worth talking about, or for whatever reason, never let people know I've watched them. I did mention some of them during my live streams, but today I want to wrap up the first quarter of 2022 and talk about dramas that I've watched but decided either not to continue watching at some point or don't like at all. And then it's a very personal video. So if it happens to include some dramas you love very much, it just means we're not the same person. I have roughly divided these dramas into 3 categories. Number 1 is so bad that I really cannot bear continue watching. The second category would be, it's actually not bad, but somehow it doesn't work on me at all. And the third category is, it's not that bad, but it's, oh my god, so boring. So let's begin with the first category, dramas that are so bad that I cannot bear continue watching it. The number 1 on my list is the fantasy 仙侠 drama led by 顶流 actor, top traffic actor, 李易峰、陈钰琪、镜双城 Mirror Twin City. Believe it or not, I actually managed to watch the first 8 entire episodes without speeding through it. Sometimes I'm really baffled by my own tolerance. Even when this drama includes actors I really like, such as Zheng Yecheng, and he uses his own voice in this drama, unlike other people in this drama, even his presence is not enough to convince me to continue watching this drama. This is the worst type of fantasy drama that you can think of, where the characters are bland and boring, where the acting is non-existent. The 2 leads are so wooden that they are more wooden than the prop trees on set. Not to mention they're both dubbed, not to mention certain actors' fans are so ridiculous that they accuse the dubbing actor for not doing a good job, making their gugu not looking good enough. Holy moly, do you even know who you're talking about? One of the most veteran voice actor in China, Jiang Guangtao. In case people do not know, he is the voice of many Chinese drama characters, plus he's actually the voice dubber who dubbed DiCaprio's Titanic back in 1997 when they imported that film to China and got a Chinese dubbed version. I haven't heard any good thing about this drama. Nobody said any good thing about it from any angles apart from the fans of certain people. But then again, if you like it, I'm not accusing you of anything, okay? Don't kill me over it. Although, really, what do I care? There are so many people who want to destroy me from different people's fandoms for reasons that are beyond my understanding. So that's the number 1. Let's move on to the next drama. So bad that I cannot bear watching, which would be the Hu Yitian and Xing Fei contemporary drama 你好神枪手 Hello the Sharpshooter. I only watched a little bit of this drama before I was like, okay, this is not worth watching. It's talking about professional athletes, which is actually really interesting type of sports. It involves a lot of crazy skills, but also a lot of psychological strength and ability. And there are legendary shooters in this world who actually have very bad eyesight. I have utmost respect for people who do professional sports for their life. And then in this drama, it would literally give you a male lead character who's supposed to be a really good shooter, but somehow whenever the female role, played by Xing Fei, comes to his proximity, he would lose control. He would not be able to concentrate. He will get affected by her physical presence, whether it's her scent or whether her magnetic field, I don't understand, whatever. I'm like, what? Are you insulting the particular athletes or the sport for a freaking romantic story? Do you understand what professional shooters are like? They can literally have a person standing next to their ear shouting super loud and their hands wouldn't shake while they're shooting. Like, they get that kind of level of crazy training, and you tell me because a woman is in the same arena, like, I don't know, 50 meters away from you, somehow you cannot shoot anymore. I don't need to watch the rest of the drama. I don't care what happens. I think it's just so stupid. Trying to put a stupid romantic story before everything else, every other respectful things that people work their entire life for. Who wrote the script and So that drama, the moment I saw like this is how they're gonna go with the plot, I'm like, goodbye. Moving on to my third drama on the list that I've watched about 4 episodes and decided, no, this one is not for me. 相逢时节 Challenges in Midlife, the lowest scoring drama ever produced by 正午阳光 up to this point in human history. I was first attracted to it due to it has that casting. 雷佳音、袁泉. It also includes many other very well-known actors, and plus it has Zhang Yixing, which I'm just curious to see how he's gonna progress on his journey of becoming a professional actor. I don't think he's arrived yet. And after 4 episodes, I'm like, if 正午阳光 actually has tiers within their own structure of like the top tier directors and scripts, middle, like bottom, this is the basement level. It proves that even with a really, really well reputable production companies, sometimes they can just produce shit. This drama, in its story structure, is all shattered and messed up. The editing is like a nightmare. Things happen and you don't quite know where they come from and you cannot link them together. Everything is just messed up. In terms of the plot, it drives to the absolute ultimate extreme of 狗血 melodramatic things, not shining away from any competitors in this world famous for being very melodramatic Turkish or Mexican dramas. Just doesn't shine away from any of those competitions, and it's worse sometimes because it comes from this really good company and then done by very, very considered to be proper, serious, great actors. I mean, Lei Jiaying literally was in Lifelong Journey pretty much at the same time when this drama comes up, that drama ends. I mean, his acting is not problematic. In terms of he can still do his job well, but because the script is so bad that like even with great actors, it just doesn't make it a good drama. Pretty much by middle point of first episode, I knew this is gonna be a crappy drama just because how they told the beginning of the story, how fast they run all the sequences of the absolute dog blood mellow plot and how extreme things are pushed to the point where you're like, oh shit, they're just going for the eyes. The mid-age housewife grandmother at home who just can't wait to have more melodrama in their life. I see a lot of people rant about this drama in China, and they would mention Zhang Yixing's acting is just not fitting into everybody else's. Whereas for me, he is not even the worst problem, because by the time his character shows up and his plot starts to happen, like, I'm already so tired and I've had enough with the rest of the drama that I don't think he can make it worse. It's like already a pile of crap that you add a little bit not so ideal thing into it, so what? Can all be worse. For the positive energy in your life and for the peace and tranquility of your mental health, I suggest do not go to watch this drama. So that's the first category. Then let's move on to the second category, where I would call it, it's not a bad drama, but somehow it doesn't work on me at all. And no matter how hard I try, doesn't work. First is Goat Penning, 淘金, that got postponed for a month and showed up at the beginning of this year. iQIYI 迷雾剧场, the light-on dramas led by Chen Feiyu and Liao Fan, rare story type that almost doesn't happen in Chinese dramas. And because it has the completely taken out of reality setting, you don't really know where it is. Probably is in that region of the world, but then exactly what, and is it related to any real people and things in China, you can't quite be sure. So it has a very floating setup of things, and it talks about goat penning, talks about the greed of humans, and then money and murder and all kinds of that type of thing. The drama on its production side looks very beautiful, cinematic look. The leading actors are also doing a fairly good job. But what I find about this drama that just couldn't make me want to continue watching it, no matter how hard I tried 3 times. There isn't one character that I care about by the time I've watched episode 4, whether they're gonna die next episode or whether they're gonna get what they want. I'm like, yeah, but I don't care. You look good, but I don't care. It's like, yeah, that acting is good, but then why do I care? So I couldn't care for any of the specific characters. It has this very lazy pacing that nothing really exciting happens, and even when a murder happens at some point of the story, and then the camera language and the way it's set up, it's kind of supposed to make audiences care and get, oh, this is intriguing, what happens? Even when that plot gets presented, cool, somebody died, but why should I care? So from a very emotional, instinctive level, this drama just doesn't connect. I would say the production quality is pretty good. Chen Feiyu as the the crown prince of Chinese drama and filmland, and that's his nickname, didn't actually disappoint me in his acting. Liao Fan is as good as he always is. With all those hardware in place, the drama just couldn't connect with me, so I gave up. The next one, I'm gonna get people hating me for saying it, but I'm telling you it's my honest opinion, just because it doesn't work on me. And yet I see a lot of people like it, and I agree, you know, for the things that you like it, it's all very valid, which is 一闪一闪亮星星, shining for one thing. I know on my Discord, a lot of people like it a lot. I know if you watch this drama on iQIYI with all the live comments, you can tell people really, really like this drama. I watched this drama first time up to episode 8, and I just find I couldn't fall into any of the plot or the characters. Then a couple of days later, I went back and I watched it until episode 12. Still doesn't work. Then a couple of days later, I went in again. I'm like, I just want to see, like, why? So I watched up to the episode 15, where Zhang Wanzhen's character falls off the roof. All the hard work of the female lead gets erased again. And I know how it ends, because I checked episode 24 before I watched the other things. So I know roughly what goes on in this drama. Somehow, it just doesn't work on me at all. There's zero emotional reaction coming from me about this coupling between Zhang Jianing and Xu Shuxiao, although I think they're both very good. Oh, and in case you don't know, she is related to Zhang Xiaolong, who is the actor played Wen Taiyi, the doctor in Empress in Palace, uncle and niece on the maternal side. And if you see them sitting together, and there was a variety show of them sitting together, and you compare their face, you immediately realize they're blood relative. They're so much alike. The perfect illustration of that DNA thing. Random information, in case you don't know. Now you know. Isn't that fantastic? And Xu Shuxiao, I've always said, he is a unique actor of his age. There isn't a second actor in China who is quite like him at his age range. And he has almost no limit of range. He can be all kinds of characters. And he's really good at acting. But, you know, he doesn't have the best reputation, and due to how he F's up his private life. People, if they hate him for it and don't like to watch his stuff for it, cannot help that. It's public's opinion. But just as an actor, he's great. I'm very impressed by his acting in this drama, because he played very different characters previously in many other things. And in this drama, he plays this slightly awkward, good student, and he totally captures that quality of that kind of teenager, and you almost forget about all his previous iteration of other characters. Having said that many good things about the two leads and their sort of separated work, first is I don't quite get the chemistry between them. That's me. Second is I think the whole plot of time traveling and trying to save somebody, you can write really good story out of it someday or one day. You know, in recent years, one of the best out there. In comparison, for example, Someday and One Day, it really hit me. Like, the emotional punch is so intense. Whereas while I was watching this drama, although I cannot rationally pick many mistakes or problems out of it, emotionally, I'm totally neutral. It's like a quiet lake that doesn't even have one ripple, and I tried it 3 times. I still couldn't get it. It just means it doesn't have 缘分 with me. So these two dramas are what I consider to be not bad dramas, but doesn't work on me drama, and I've watched but didn't make a video on because I literally have nothing to say about them. Then moving on to the third category of dramas that they're not good, they're not so bad, but holy shit, they're so boring to me. Okay? So I gave up on them. Number 1 is the recent 才不要和老板谈恋爱 Legally Romance, the contemporary drama led by Song Zu'er and Huang Zitao. I watched, can you believe how many episodes? 10. And every episode, I'm like, trying to hypnotize myself and see if there's something worth talking about, making a video on, and by episode 10, I gave up. It's the type of drama where I was just like, why should I watch it? It's just so boring. There's nothing of its plot, of its any aspect that really is worth talking about. Then I have to rant a little bit about Huang Zitao's acting, which is whatever drama he's in, he's like himself. Even his hairstyle is Huang Zitao. Think about an elite lawyer with that hairstyle. Would you go for hiring him for any of your legal needs? Probably not. He's just so Huang Zitao. The way he talks, the way he walks, just everything is him, 100%, not the characters. And you can't tell between his different dramas and different characters what is the difference. No difference. If, say, Huang Zitao is so good looking, so charismatic, the actor has a huge halo and it's like him all the time, yet everybody still buy into it. There are actors like that. out there. The magnetic quality, therefore you don't quite care, you still watch him. In China, I would say Wang Zhiwen is that type of actor where pretty much every character is like himself, but he is just so interesting on screen. You don't mind that. But unfortunately, Huang Zitao is not, okay? He doesn't have that, and he's not even professional. I wish Song Zu'er could get better scripts because she can be super, super good. Then the other drama, 姻缘大人请留步 Miss Cupid in Love, led by Tian Xiwei, Cao Yuchen, Xiao Yuliang. I should have given up by episode 4, honestly, but I just had that little hope in my heart, hoping it could get better later. This is the type of low-budget, sweet period drama with a little bit touch of fantasy, although it's not heavy on that. Completely taken out of history, context, and totally just for romantic story's sake. And a little bit comedy, that type of drama. You know, I would put that in the same category as Chen Qianqian or many, many other dramas in Dramaland, often produced by Tencent or Youku. And it's just, again, so boring because the main characters, the male character is a god who got kicked off the heavenly realm because he made a mistake and he has to fix it. Then our female lead is a matchmaker who is in the matchmaking business's family. So the father is, she is, the whole family lineage is that. And then the male second, played by Xiao Yuliang, is the archetypical male second who somehow believed because of a tiny childhood encounter that the female lead is the lover of his life. Very lazy setup, let's just say, of things that you can totally expect. Like I said, this drama just is very boring because with this kind of setup, the best you can do is trying to make the scenarios absolutely hilarious, ridiculous, and push the comedy to the limit. Also, a small attempt at looking at certain issues that's related to contemporary life. So that would be the ideal format. You go with this type of story. But for this one, no. Okay, the comedy is bland. Nothing is funny about this drama. No internal motivation of the comedy coming from anywhere. I don't have problem with the female lead's look, although she looks more like a servant than the lady of her house. She literally looks more like a servant than her servant girl. Cao Yuchen, I can deal with him too. I think he looks better in contemporary dramas, but that's just me, okay? He has a very strong featured face, but then depending on how you style him. In this drama, not too bad, you know, not really worse than what he looked like in The Untamed, although it does have some ridiculous plot if you've watched the roof tile thing. But then, really, director, stylist, do you hate Xiao Yuliang? He has that face shape that's just not suitable for the particular hairstyle they picked for most of his screen time. He looks so bad in that hair. Even with my filter that came with Ultimate Note and his great performance as Zhang Qiling, I cannot deal with what he looks like in this drama every time he shows up with the... Oh my god. You are literally destroying the good leftover impression I have for this actor. There's one scene in which he changed his hairstyle for just that one scene and looked immediately better, but they didn't keep it. Immediately next scene, he goes back to his ugly hairstyle. Holy shit. And I don't want to have a bad impression of Xiao Yuliang, so I stopped watching this drama, and I do not regret, okay? I will not go back to watching this drama, and honestly, I don't care what happens to those characters. It's such a boring drama. These are the dramas that I have watched, but I have given up for different reasons up to this point this year. I tried to comfort myself with the fact that although there are that many crappy dramas, there are also a couple of good ones, and we've seen this year, and I would say actually more than last year with the same time frame, first quarter of the year. We've had Reset, that I really like, A Lifelong Journey, that's really major way good. And then we've had Under the Skin, which I know it's not the most popular, best, and definitely in its genre, not the greatest coming out of Chinese Dramaland, but oh, I love it so much. I'm on the 7th video. Can you believe it? With editing. I don't have all the videos I edited for that drama on YouTube, but it's all on Bilibili. So that should be the end of this rather long video talking about all the dramas I've given up. I just pray, even when you're crappy, can you be just so crappy and so worth ranting about that it makes the blood boil in me that I want to make a ranting video on? It's gonna be really sad when you have a drama that you don't want to make a proper video on, you also don't want to rant about, but then you've spent 10 hours watching it and you're like, that's like a total waste of effort. Oh, and before I go, it's likely that there isn't gonna be a video on Thursday this week, because I literally haven't found one drama worth sticking to after Under the Skin. And then if I want to look at some older dramas, resurrection reviews of old things, then I need to plan and think about what are the things I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do them. So I don't know, maybe I won't be able to get to the point where I can make one by Thursday. If that doesn't happen, well, I'll just take it as my break. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video, whether it's on Thursday or Saturday. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.